At exactly 2 minutes. Hi guys, it's Celeste. So today, you and I together, well, you're watching this, but today we are going to be doing, or I am going to be doing, a inner child return to sender spell. The chaos. What? Starting this out on a good note, there's gotta be lots of chaos everywhere, okay? This is chaos magic, however, if you don't know, what I like about chaos magic is that you can really just, you don't have to follow a normal recipe. You don't have to, follow, first you put in the cereal, and then you put in the milk, and if you do it wrong, it's not gonna work out. You don't have to follow that. You can say, first you put in the pepperoni, and then you put in one squirrel tail, one dead mosquito. You leave it in the sun for 24 hours, even though for half that time it's not even gonna be sunny out. And then you pour some enchanted olive oil on it and you call it breakfast. I don't know, you can actually do whatever you want in order to perform whatever purpose you want to. Because it's about your inner power. It's not about your the external, it's not about deriving power from this blade of grass. It's about any power I project onto this blade of grass was already mine to begin with. And so I guess it's necessary for us to have a little explanation of what exactly we're doing. So now this spell is going to benefit, well, obviously me because I'm doing it, but also you as the person viewing it. This is a free spell, I'm not charging obviously for it. It's just gonna be on my YouTube channel. So this spell we're doing right now, anyone who watches this, you're going to fully absorb the benefits of it. Yeah, so just sit back, relax, grab a juice box, okay? But also be emotionally and mentally prepared for any practice proper self-care, because if at any point, because it's an inner child spell and it's also a return to sender for the inner child, for any childhood experiences that you would need a return to sender. If you don't know what a return to sender spell is, it would be it's kind of exactly what it sounds like, but it's any negative energy somebody sends to you gets returned to the sender. Just exactly the way they sent it to you, it just, instead of going to you, it goes directly back to them. It's just a mirror right back to them. So it's not gonna actually cause them any harm that they were not intentionally trying to harm you with. So it's it's not a curse where you're just out of nowhere just in the offensive position. Instead, it's kind of the mirrored back whatever they tried to send to you, just instead goes directly back to them. Yeah, but it's for the inner child, so it's any inner child experiences or childhood experiences that you had, it'll be a return to sender for those experiences, or any negative energy you were sent. Or even if you're an adult and you feel you can't always be as light and playful and have as much fun as you want to, it's a return to sender for any forces that are causing you to not have the free will and the freedom to live in your authenticity in the way that you would if you're expressing your inner child in a way. If you feel you don't get to experience your creativity, or you don't get to have as much freedom with your sense of humor, or you feel you're restricted when you have to the birds are already preparing us, the birds have to add to this video their little 2 cents here and there. I'm getting bit by mosquitoes already. You see that? Mosquito bite. getting bit up by mosquitoes, okay? And you really can't do a return to sender towards mosquitoes because they're animals at the end of the day. So like, did they really do anything wrong? Not really. Now, this is really funny. This feather, I didn't even see before I like chose the spot to sit down that I normally do, right in front of Mr. Tree here, okay? And guess what was already waiting for me? You already know. I'm just gonna like cleanse you really quick. I also cleansed a mosquito that was like right next to it, because you know what? The mosquito needed it too. All right. Thank you for this feather, Mr. Bird or Mrs. Bird, wherever you are. Thank you for the feather. I appreciate the donation to our spell, to our cause. Okay. So I went to Target, got a few things for our spell. This might be a long video, might not. I brought a lot of paper because who knows how much we're gonna need and for what? Who knows yet? I already wrote a few things on one of the papers at the start of the video. It's okay, the animals are just adding their 2 cents in because this is gonna be a very powerful spell. So the animals are like, we've gotta get started right now. You know, because animal spirits as well, I'm fully expecting will do their little parts, you know. Some little squirrel in the tree back here is probably gonna like, you know, do a little DNA activation on us as well, and you know, the birds and the trees and the mosquitoes flying by. That's a funny way. I never thought of actually seeing each mosquito bite itself as the mosquito activating something in your DNA. Like, you know, obviously the blood is already direct access to the DNA. I always thought of it that way. But I never really thought of it as like the mosquito's opportunity to change you each time. That is a very fun way to think about it. Like, first time I ever had that exact, you know, the mosquito has an opportunity to change you each time. So like, how's the mosquito gonna choose to do that, you know, as it doctors your energetic frequency there, you know? The mosquito kind of has a right to choose when it bites you and you don't have the choice of whether you're being bitten or not. So the mosquito can like update whatever it wants to benefit you, you know? I doubt the mosquito is gonna do anything to harm you because literally there's just not much going on. Like, you know, like they're just spiritual, you know? It's literally just like a little spirit in a body. Like, they're just gonna have no ill will towards you. Although, yeah, the bites itch. Technically, you can argue that like the mosquitoes don't know that. They just, you know, their function is to harvest blood. You happen to have blood, and you happen to not have any method of stopping them. Like, in the mosquito's mind, it's just performing its purpose. So that's another reason you obviously, as much as mosquitoes are annoying, you can never do like a return to sender on a mosquito because the mosquito never thought it was doing anything wrong. Which, you know, but what you can do is technically you could still do a return to sender. It's just going to work directly on the part of you that felt hurt by the part of you that you projected onto the mosquito, which would actually be pretty good for like healing though. Technically it would heal you. It's just that you're not gonna like watch a mosquito like pass out or die just because you did like a return to sender, right? Like, it's basically a return to sender is only gonna be focused on returning the energy to the people who set out to hurt you intentionally, or just fixing you, healing you. Like, the majority of the work here in this spell is mostly just healing. The majority of it is healing. But also, if there's any justice that's necessary, that's going to be immediately taken care of as well. But the main focus is like you, like what do you actually need to overcome whatever you've got going on. That's the majority of it. So let's get started. I'll show you our ingredients first, and then you'll see how we're gonna use them. I'm gonna see how we're gonna use them because I don't know yet. I like to make it more spontaneous. Yeah, it'll be good. Already killing mosquitoes as they're biting me, which is technically murder. And the mosquitoes don't think they did anything wrong, so technically in their minds they're completely innocent, but I did get bit. And it did feel wrong to me. That's so funny. But like, imagine biting somebody's tattoo. Imagine seeing that and just biting it. Like, so many on there. What? Oh, so the first thing I got is these little cups. Little cups. I got bubble solution, which I love. Bubbles. I just love like the colors here. Like, this is so pretty to me. So we had to have that. I got Band-Aids. Now the box is like super dented, but I was like, I'm literally just using this for the spell. So I chose to get the box that was like the most dented because I was like, whoever's gonna actually buy these to put them on their wounds, like they don't need the box that's like broken. But for us, like, we're fine with that because we're not using them for like their normal intended purpose. We're using them for the inner child return to sender spell. So it's gonna be really good. There's like 70 mosquitoes around me. I'm just like, I don't know. I actually got so much stuff. You're gonna be shocked when you see what I got and how much. You're gonna be like, what? Not how much money I spent, but I mean, like, I didn't spend a lot. But I mean, like, the actual like amount of items. You're gonna be like, what? We're using that in the spell? All right, sit tight. So I got this number 8 candle, which is so pretty. And the reason I got the number 8 candle is because it was mostly because it's super pretty, but also because I was like, oh, when you're like 8 years old, you're a child. So like, it worked out, you know? I was like, we can get like a number candle, like that's cute. Like, isn't it so like childlike and adorable? I was like, that's literally perfect for our spell. It's perfect. So I was like, I saw it and I instantly just thought like, the spell. It's so pretty. And also like the color. It reminds me of like the throat chakra, and the glitter, just so beautiful. Just so perfect, just so beautiful. I don't know. That was almost one of the items that I was like the most excited about having for the spell. Next, you're gonna be like, this is crazy. I don't have a cat. I'm not getting a cat. I don't want a cat. Cats are cute, but like, what am I gonna do if I got a cat? Like, I just don't want a cat. Like, you know, but it's not about that. I got the cat food. I got cat food. This was like 68 cents. Literally, like I said, like most of this stuff costed like nothing. Like, it was in Target, but most of this was like, $3 or something, or like $5, depending on what it was, you know? Like the Band-Aids were probably like $5, but like everything else was like mostly like $3 or something. These were literally just change, like 68 cents for like cat food. This I got because it literally looks like a Lunchable for a cat. Like, it just looked so fun. It's like tenders in sauce. What does that even mean? Real tuna, whole shrimp. I'm excited to see what this looks like for the spell, you know? And I got the Fancy Feast tuna and gravy. And this one is the Fancy Feast Savory Salmon Feast. So we've got those. I got this highlighter. This, I don't know if I'm gonna use it in the spell or not. I guess I will, but the like main purpose, I just wanted to like put this on. Like I literally just bought it because I wanted to put it on. Because look at that. It's like textured like that for real. Like, and for the inner child spell, it's all about having fun. And like getting to have experiences that you like never got to have. Like, I don't know. It's kind of adorable. It's kind of adorable. Look at that. Look at how much I just like glue up literally from that. All right, we're using this in the spell. Well, or we're not. Should I like preserve it and keep it? And just like use it in the future? Maybe. This is like in the maybe pile. I don't know yet. I don't know where things are gonna go. All right, who knows? But technically I did use it as a part of the spell because I'm sort of a part of the spell as I'm like doing all of this for you on camera. It's like I'm still a part of your experience while you're experiencing the spell. Next, this was one of the like bigger things that I got. It was like $7 though. So like still not that much, still not that crazy. This is just crazy though. I mean, I'm saying like the cost, literally mosquito bites galore. Mosquito bites galore. The mosquito said, how many times can I bite the same tattoo? We're gonna find out. All right, so yeah, these are just crazy. I'm not gonna eat them. So this is like one of the like bigger things that like I got that, you know, it sounds kind of crazy, but like I said, it was only like $7. And it doesn't look that healthy anyway, so for like wasting food, it doesn't really count because it's super unhealthy to the point where it's almost like nobody should be eating this and taking it seriously as like a meal. Obviously, it's cookies. It's like four very big cookies, but what they actually are, the reason I had to get them for the inner child spell is because they are coloring sheet cookies. Again, with the maybe nobody should be eating this, but it is very, very smart of them to even have this as a product. Like, it's kind of wild and kind of crazy. Yeah. They're like dinosaur coloring sheets. You can like barely even see it in there. But there's 4 in here, and they come with like markers, like edible markers. We're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be doing that. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. I got pepperoni slices. This just jumped out at me off the shelf, not literally, not physically, but like mentally. Like I walked by them and I was like, I get it. This is what we have to do. These are interesting. Sorry, I just sort of like remembered my mosquito bites again. Like they randomly like come to my mind. Like I just always know. Which, you know, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like constantly on my mind. If I have even one mosquito bite, it's like I have an open tab in my mind the entire time that's like, don't forget a mosquito bit you. Like I try to think of anything else, my brain's like, that's cool, but like don't forget that a mosquito bit you. Like I do anything else, my brain's like, and don't forget a mosquito bit you. Don't forget that happened ever. So with these, I wanted to get some form of like candy for the spell, because like what's more like inner child healing or like anything like that, like what's more inner child than some form of candy? So these, I have not tried them, but they're kind of like the like adult, like they're like adult candies technically, because they're like stress relieving. Like what even is that? I saw that at Target and I was like, That's crazy. So this is like the one item that is almost like it's like the adult healing the inner child, right? Because they're very like fun looking. I don't know. I was like, we'll do that. It seemed like a good addition. All of it is like intuition based. So it's very much just like when you want to do a spell using chaos magic, you really have to be in touch with yourself first, your own intuition first. Anything else that you channel, you have to like already be like solid within yourself first, right? So if you have an idea, you're like, oh, I want to get like bubble solution, you have to know whether or not your intuition is actually like calling you to that, or whether it's something extra that you don't actually need for the spell. So it's definitely important to like sort of be grounded in that, I guess. If I had to give advice, if anyone wanted to like try their own spells at home, just make sure that you're like close with yourself first, so that you can be sort of like drawn, you can let like spirit like guide you, or your higher self guide you to choose what items you need and for what purpose they have. Now we have a few more fun things. I got a dinosaur pinata, which is crazy for us. This is crazy for us. Look at this. That's a friend. Look at that. That is a friend. Dinosaur pinata. Dinosaur pinata. Oh, dinosaur pinata. Okay, this is gonna be really good. I'm just imagining this already covered in like cat treats or something. I don't know. That may be going too far, but look at this. So cute. Just so good. A box of Crayola crayons. Now I went into like the school supplies area, and I was remembering that when I was a little kid, when I was like, I don't know, 8 or something, because like I feel like that's the inner child era that I'm most channeling with the spell, is like when you were in like elementary school, sort of, you know? It's like that kind of thing. I don't know, when you were in elementary school, like what experiences did you like wish that you would have had, if that makes sense? And so I was thinking like, what were some of my favorite things when I was little? I always really loved school supplies. Even the smell of crayons is so funny, like I kind of like it, but yeah. So I was like, oh, what's better for the spell than like a box of 24 crayons? So we have like one item that's like school supplies, you know, so we're like anchoring in some of that like school, elementary school energy as well for our spell. Not to make things rhyme or anything. So I did get paper plates. Obviously I'm not going to use all these. I'm only going to use like 1 or 2 of this. If I even need them, I'm probably going to like leave them closed because I got other ones. But these I just happen to already have in the same bag still. I just like didn't take them out because I was like, who knows, we might need like a 1, you know? So whatever. These are barely even here for the spell. They're mostly here because I might need like one single one or something. Because I got, you'll see, I got us a small stack of shark paper plates so that you and I can like have something cuter and more like inner child-ish. This is just so cute to me. I don't know why it only has one eye. It definitely could have fit like another eye here, but I guess it's cuter this way. It's just the design. I like how minimalist it is. Like I feel like I could have drawn that with a Sharpie. Even the eye is like a little wonky, and that's like even cuter. Definitely good energy with this. Like that brings so much good energy, and a more like throat chakra energy too. Like I noticed with this sort of like blue-green, and that, and this, and where did that candle go? Do we still have it? Oh yeah. Like the, you know, it's given like throat chakra like vibes as well. This is giving root chakra for real because it's actual meat. So like any type of like meat from an actual animal, it like grounds you. So it's like, and anything red, and it's literally red meat. So it's like root chakra energy in there as well. This is very root chakra. This is giving like freedom, animal spirits, obviously channeling. I don't know exactly what type of bird this was because I don't really know about like birds by the exact feather they have, but like this is like root chakra, like connecting with animal spirits through the root chakra specifically. It's like what this would represent for us. So it's to be honest, yeah, the birds are already talking, but like it's slightly irrelevant to the spell, but I will take the offering, I will accept it, I will accept the donations, and I just take this as like a spiritual sign that the animals are on our side with the spell, even though it's kind of irrelevant, but it's sort of like a sign that they're willing to like participate. And you know, if they want to like shake off their feathers as a little like DNA activation for us, you know, for you watching this, as well as like, you know, me here doing the spell, like if they want to add to it, that's cool, that's fun. I just take it as like a little like sign for us, you know. I got these other candles. Now I'm not gonna be like lighting any of the candles because I don't even have like a lighter out here. I don't need it. Like I was like, it's fine. I wasn't worried about that. I just saw these candles and I just had a vision, like a light bulb went off in my head. I was like, we need this. I don't even know exactly for what, but I know that we need this. My inner child was like, this right here. Like, you know exactly this right here. This was like the first thing I grabbed the entire time while at Target. Oops. This bow, it's like a little gift bow, which I love. And I love that it's white because it's very like crisp. It reminds me of like look, doesn't it? It looks kind of like sweet, like a flower in the shape of it, but like, I guess white can represent like innocence in a way, or like purity. I don't know, it's pretty. It's pretty. Like I just feel like it has the right energy for us. It has the right energy for us. That's really all you could really say about it. Sometimes things just have the right energy for you and you just know. And you don't even have to know why. Knowing why is not always the most important part, but knowing which things have the right energy for you, or like where to actually go to experience the right energy, is more important. The first thing I'm gonna do is open this up right here. I want to know what the experience is like of opening these. This is what they're called in case you end up wanting one for yourself. I don't know where you can get it, but they're definitely at Target. Of course, all the markers just fall out at the beginning. So, I don't know. They smell like fake icing that, like I said, nobody should probably be eating because it's so unhealthy, but I wanted to color them. I'm not gonna eat them, but I wanted to color them. But what I will do is say, you're kind of saying these markers are like edible, right? Me not reading the instructions, just like, absolutely not. What? It smells like a Sharpie and it tastes like one too. I just thought I would try it, but you know what? That didn't go well. Definitely not gonna be eating these, obviously, but like I thought I would try this. Is my tongue still green? That's what happens when you take a green Sharpie, apparently. It doesn't say Sharpie though. How was I supposed to know? It does smell like one a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. It's definitely like an alcohol-based marker. How is that edible? I just tasted it. I can promise you it's not edible. Like, what's going on? It literally says the coloring book you can eat. What was the plan? Poisoning everyone? Like, what was each one's individually wrapped? That's crazy too. But yeah, that's very cute. Doesn't taste really good at all. Doesn't really taste like anything. Just icing and like, ew. I just like accidentally broke it, not even meaning to. It's like soft. it literally crumbled everywhere. Yeah, I'm not their biggest fan and I haven't even colored it yet. But I'll give it a chance, I guess. Yeah, but like absolutely not, because it's already just getting all over my fingers. Like the icing is too sticky for this. But that's vibrant. That's satisfying. So maybe there's hope there. Maybe there's hope. Look at that. That's so cute. That's so good. This one's gonna be like all purple. There's like 4 markers, so I'm gonna do 1 of each color. And I'll like show you when I'm done, you know. Here's our finished cookie. Honestly, it turned out super good. Like, I feel like I could sell this for like $1 million. Like, I feel like it actually turned out universally gorgeous. That is going to be our first item on our shark plate. All right. We're just gonna open it up. Open it up. And Mr. Shark Plate, are you ready? You're not ready, Mr. Shark Plate. You don't even know what's gonna happen. Now, the one thing I will say is like wrong with these is that the ink never dries. I'm not the biggest fan of the fact. It's okay. It definitely has some dirt on it, but I wasn't gonna eat it anyway, and it still looks gorgeous. And the Shark Plate was not ready to have that experience, so we just had to wait a minute. It's fine. Totally normal. Now, I'm gonna do the next one. We're gonna do orange. They're all a dinosaur, each one. Like the same exact coloring page. That's another like critique I would give them, but I get that like if somebody has 4 kids, if they give 1 to each kid, like they don't want the kids fighting over like, no, I want the dinosaur, no, I want the leaf instead of the dinosaur. Like, you know, like you get what you get is like something they apparently don't want to teach the kids, so they're like, they're all gonna be the same. It's gonna be normal. See, another thing that I wish were different about the green marker when I tasted it was I wish it would have not tasted like Sharpie, like how Sharpies smell, and instead just tasted like green apple or something. Like that would have been an upgraded experience and like taken us to a whole new dimension. But instead it had to be disappointing and taste like a Sharpie and taste borderline unsafe and like not something anyone should be eating. Weird. I don't know. All right. I'm just gonna color it. You're gonna watch me color it, and then I'll show you when it's done. The way I'm genuinely excited to do this though, I'm like, it's turning out perfect, and all I did was that. And I'm like, yes, it's turning out so good. Like, others dying of mosquito bites at the same exact time, you would know all about that. Dying of mosquito bites at the exact same time as you're coloring a dinosaur cookie with a marker that's supposed to be edible, but actually tastes like a Sharpie, you would know all about that. So I'm glad that we're sharing the moment. When it comes to the level of mosquito bites, just be grateful that I'm doing any of this at all, because it's actually insane. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Look at that. Look at the level of seriousness here. I said Siri. The level of Siri here. Who knows? Oh, the birds. The birds are like, hey Siri, hey Siri. But like in bird voices, so it sounds like crows, you know. My phone's not responding because Siri doesn't respond to crows. Their sounds are not important. I'm kidding, they're probably so happy with their bird families and their bird friends, you know, and their bird nests. Who knows? If you want to see our progress right now. There's so many birds. What are the birds warning us about? At this point, they better be warning us about something. But if they were, I wouldn't do anything differently. I don't know. What are the birds talking about? Who knows? Like, bird conversations at the lunch table up there, apparently. I don't know. Look at that. Just know I love you. A lot. Mwah. It's so good. It's so good. This is going really well. So that is cookie number 2. I'm gonna use a separate plate for each one, a separate shark plate, so that we have space for everything else we've got to put on to each one. Now, I'm not really sure what each plate and dinosaur is going to represent separately, but, sorry, I got notifications. I was like accidentally reading them. Love to all the people sending me notifications, but it's not the time. I'm in the middle of a spell. It's not the time. My feet are falling asleep. I mean, not yet, but it's like about to. Like, it skipped falling asleep and just started going numb a little bit, so I'm gonna stand up. Where did I put the cap? Oh, right here. So yeah, I'm just gonna stand for like a quarter of a second. I'll be back, obviously. kind of normal. Oh, it sounded like there was like a fly or a bee right next to me, like bzzz, like I don't know. I don't know what that was about. Oh yeah, so I was concerned before I started doing this. I was like, I don't know what time it is, but I was like, please don't rain. Please don't rain. I don't think it's going to. It's overcast, gray skies, but anytime I do magic especially, I feel like it triggers the rain, you know, it does. Because there's so much energy that it's almost like then the earth wants to like cleanse itself in a way and like perhaps like participate in the energetic clearing of all of these blockages. The earth loves to add her 2 cents anytime you do something really powerful and really magical. One big sign that like you're really making a strong impact. Now it doesn't have to rain, but like that's like a very big sign that like the earth is like grateful. It's almost like it's like you gave me this, now I'll give you rain in exchange for that. So I am hoping that doesn't happen obviously like during the spell, but I understand that like later tonight most likely it will rain because the earth loves to do something in exchange when you do something for her. Now because this is a collective spell, it's also going to benefit people who don't watch this video. Just if you watch the video, consider it like you get double, right? You get it already and then you get it double. Yeah. I guess I get it triple, I don't know, because I'm gonna watch the video and I'm doing it right now and, you know, but the earth also receives this energy. And so then in exchange, she likes to offer rain. Or the little animals do their own thing. They're separate from the earth, but they're like connected. So they like to do whatever, their little 2 cents of like a DNA activation as well, you know. They love to add something, like a little shake of their feathers for you. It'll do something. Will it do the biggest thing? Maybe not, but it'll do something. Also, their voices in this are helping as well to like cleanse you of something or help to draw your attention to something else as well if you need it. It might not be for you, but it might be for somebody else that they're doing that as well. Or for somebody in the collective who needs that. So, I'm gonna continue. Okay, there's actually more than I thought. Should I do, there's like 6? There's 6 of these. Should we do 6? We have enough supplies. We can do 6. I think I'm only gonna color 4, and then we'll do 2 like raw ones, all right? Because I don't want to sit here and like recolor some of them the same color, but I still owe you both a green one and a pink one. So I'm gonna give you the green one and the pink one, then we're gonna do 2 raw ones. And that will help to like get us going on the right path, all right? That's how we're gonna do it. That way we're also gonna have some variety. You guys can also put this video on in the background if you're watching it, like, obviously, like, watch it through, and then afterwards, if you want to, like, absorb more of the energy, it's perfectly fine to have this, like, on in the background or on a loop somewhere or whatever. Like, you can have it on, like, low volume, like, not so you can't hear it at all, but, like, probably on, like, 1 volume or something, or whatever. Like, it'll still work for you, is what I'm saying. You know, in the future, if you want to like come back but don't want to watch the whole thing, whatever, like the energy will still help you. It's just if you actually watch it all the way through, it'll do more for you, but like either way you'll get the benefits type of thing. And don't forget to like the video if you made it to 47 minutes by now. Please like the video if you made it that far, because that's crazy love, you know? It's wild. This pink is turning out so good. Look at that. Should I do this in multiple parts, or should I do like one video that's probably like 4 hours or something? Well, I don't know what time it is or how long we're gonna have before the sun goes down, but I'll just give you till the sun goes down in one video. How about that? In the future, we'll talk about multiple parts or whatever for longer form content, but honestly, it's kind of the same thing. Might as well do it in one go, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know how long this is gonna be. There's no restrictions on that except for literally time. Literally, if the Time Lords decide we're gonna make it dark right now or whatever, if Nyx is like, it's gonna be dark right now, if whoever decides it's gonna be dark right now, then it'll be dark right now. But hopefully not. Please don't do that. Just because I said it does not mean I want that. Like, don't actually do it. Okay? Don't actually do it? Cool. Like, we're not gonna mess around with that. We actually need the time. We can make this a long video. It's worth it. My foot is gonna fall asleep again. But I want to finish this dinosaur so that, you know, I don't know, I guess so we're good on time. But my foot's falling asleep, so, alright, I'm gonna like, not let it become like pins and needles. I'm just gonna, which it's not even doing. It's skipping that phase. It's completely skipping that phase. How do I feel about that? Normally it does that though, but it's skipping that phase. It's like lightly falling asleep. It's like, instead of like pins and needles, and then it's like falls asleep, you know? But it's more like just like out of nowhere. I'm just gonna stomp my foot, or I'm gonna run around in a circle. I'll be back. I just got us like one random blade of grass for no reason. But I'm back and my foot is like not falling asleep anymore, so I guess it's good enough. Why is it gonna do that again? Probably, you know? I got marker on my arm. The infinite equation of how many mosquito bites I'm going to have by the end of this video keeps changing. Just saying, it keeps changing. This is mostly good, except I did mess up like inside the mouth a little bit. You can't see it, but there's like a little dot by itself completely. It's like not as good. But the rest of it looks good, it's fine. When the mosquitoes run out of real estate on my arms and try to bite my face. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. It tried, it was not successful. But we'll see. I don't trust them now, obviously, but you know, I don't trust the way it's going at this rate. Look at that. It just looks like a DNA activation. You know it. Look at that. It looks like it's activating your DNA and mine right now just by existing. That's what that looks like. That's what that looks like. Now it gets crowned. It's shark plate. Obviously. There's never been a cookie more deserving of a shark plate. Oh yeah, now I only owe you a green one, which is pretty good. Like, I saved the best for last because I think lime green is like the best color, or one of the best colors. Not that you have to agree, like you can have your own favorite color, obviously. Obviously. I just feel like I'm getting bit by like ghost mosquitoes. Like, it feels like mosquitoes are biting me even when mosquitoes are not biting me. Maybe it's because I have so many bites, but like it genuinely feels like mosquitoes are biting me even when mosquitoes are not biting me. Like, I'm getting extra. I didn't ask for extra. I don't know what the plan is. It doesn't make sense. Why? Honestly, so far I think this is my favorite video I've ever recorded. It just shows that I should be doing spell work for you way more often, and for the collective way more often. I feel way more relaxed, way more happy. I always feel happy and like I'm having fun on camera in my videos, but like all the videos I have currently uploaded, like I love all of them. But right now, the spell work video, I think it's because when you do spell work for the collective, you get such a good return on like good karma, or like positive energy, positive karma, to the point where it's like, for as much as you're helping everybody, you're also helping yourself. And in the moment, you can feel that positive energy like wash over you. And so for that, it's like, you know, it makes the whole experience like 10 times better of recording the video. And now we're gonna do our green apple dinosaur. This is also crazy because look, they're like ink ran off the page. Like, when they stamped this, they didn't even do it right. You know what? This is gonna be the naked dinosaur, because I want like a normal coloring sheet for like the ones that I actually color, considering I'm not gonna do all of them. So this is gonna be our first raw naked dinosaur. Did you see that? It's back, but I'm not gonna tilt it like that because apparently they don't like that. Jeez, I wasn't even supposed to know that much about dinosaurs. They're not even like incarnating right now. Like, how was I supposed to know this dinosaur fact? Clearly I haven't had that much experience with like in-person dinosaurs. Like, how was I supposed to know? I didn't think I was supposed to know already, but apparently I am. Okay, fine. Like, all right. This reminds me of Coraline and the Mariah at the exact same time. And the Corpse Bride, oh my gosh. If I had like a little ring to put on like right here. I guess like all of Tim Burton like reminds me of the same stuff, but really though, Coraline, the Mariah, and the Corpse Bride, same vibes, low-key, like similar vibes, right? Like, tell me this could not be in a cemetery somewhere sticking out. You think it's just a twig, but then you put a ring on it and you find out it's a finger. Tell me the Mariah would not have put that there the entire time to try to like trick you into something, some kind of contract you don't even know about. Like, actually though, what? I just love that as I set down my dinosaur plate, that like the exact angle that I set down the plate on, it was technically like on that twig thing, so it sort of like launched onto the plate on top of the dinosaur. It was just a good experience, you know, that's all. That was a good experience. How did I just now notice that there's two different variations, even though I've been coloring them and they were literally different the entire time? Alright, this is gonna be our other raw dinosaur because I don't like this one as much. It's a little too realistic. And then this is gonna be our colored dinosaur with the green marker. I don't know if you can see it, there's mosquitoes circling me right now. Like, I'm just edible. I don't know if you know this. I'm about as edible as this dinosaur, although it's edible with like a catch, because I don't think you're meant to actually be eating the ink. Something's off with that. Something is like Target or the company, this brand, low-key is like, we don't care if we're poisoning kids. So get these for the fun of coloring them. Do not get them for the fun of eating them, because not only do they not taste good, they break really easily, like they crumble really weirdly. Marker tastes like Sharpies. It's supposed to be edible, giving weird vibes, you know? And not very edible, you know, giving weird vibes. Not the plan. And yeah, I don't know, these cookies crumble at like the wrong times. Like you can literally hold it, it crumbles when you're least expecting it to crumble. And it's like, I didn't even ask you to crumble right then. Like something is off with these. I don't know what, but something is off. Clearly this is going very well. As far as coloring, the one that we're pretending is flavored as green apple but will not be eaten and definitely is flavored like Sharpies. Exactly. Exactly. But it's adorable. It looks good. Don't forget to be eaten alive while you do any craft outside or any spell work outside. Don't forget to be eaten alive. That is a requirement. Especially if you're in Florida, like that's always a requirement to be eaten alive while you do anything. I got that checked off the list, you know? Like, have I ever been eaten alive? Yes. Like, you know, it's a pretty good thing to check off your checklist right there. Like, how many mosquito bites till you like run out of blood? Like, how does that even work? It doesn't make sense, you know? Like, there's no way I'm a meal for this many small bodies and it's fine. There's no way this mosquito is gonna eat me alive and like it's not gonna bring me any harm, but it doesn't, obviously. But like, you know, just a slight quantity of bites. It's about it. It's about it. I don't know what happened. I don't know why, but like, I guess the gods decided you're gonna get bit 47 more times in 1 minute than you normally do. Like, the frequency of it changed. I was on a normal getting bitten frequency and that upped a lot. Like, why did it increase? Why did it increase? I'm just gonna like pretend it's not happening and maybe it'll go away. I think that's how it works. Am I getting bit on the forehead? No, but I am getting bit on my arm. There's actually no way. I looked down and there's like four tiny bodies just like drinking me at the same time. By the way, like, I don't use bug spray because I believe the chemicals not only smell disgusting, but there's no way that's good for you. There's no way that's, like, fine for you. There's no way that, like, your skin is fine going through that. There's no way any part of you is, like, not getting cancer from that. So, absolutely not. Absolutely not even an option. I would need a good scented natural one that works to even consider it. So, you know, if I'm ever, like, super successful on YouTube and a brand wants to sponsor me and sees this, by all means send it over, like, you know, but make sure it smells good first or I'm not even gonna use it. Make sure that it works. Make sure that it's easy to use and does not cause cancer, and that's proven, or I'm not gonna even try it. Okay? Only safe products. Otherwise, I will get this many bites and I'll choose the bites over the product, because we're not about to get whatever you think is normal that's not normal at all from bug spray. That's not normal. At least the bites are, like, natural, right? Okay, so this is our final idea. It's falling apart because, like I said, these cookies are very low quality. As far as, like, are they edible factor? No. No. You get to know what the world's really like right here. Yeah. You get to know. It's okay, it's a part of the spell. There's, like, upgrading my DNA or something, but in this way, in this form, in this way. Like, I actually have so many mosquitoes that I, like, looked down at the ground and I forgot I even had, like, crayons. Like, I forgot they were, like, pepperoni. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you're just, like, I'm physically in the experience, like, mentally, but I'm in the experience of getting bitten so much more than I am of the fact that there's, like, cat treats here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, so where did I put it? Oh, do we have the other raw one? Oh yeah, it's right here. I didn't even unwrap it yet. Like I said, the mosquitoes are causing me to have, like, a different experience with this right now. It's getting weird out here, but it's fine because it's all a part of the spell. It's all a part of the spell. It's all a part of the quantum minds story and everything that it was meant to teach us right now. I do believe that from each bite, I'm definitely learning something. Is it exactly what I would have wanted to learn? Probably not. But I believe it's also probably activating your DNA that I'm getting bit so many times and that I'm talking about it. I think both of those are activating all of our DNA. I think that's even a part of the collective experience of the spell. In the best way. I'm very optimistic about what it really means to be bit by a mosquito, aren't I? But this is the other raw one that we're gonna have, because we've got to have variety of what's going on here. Okay. I'm just gonna throw away anything that's, like, trash in a bag. Like, you know, the basics. I'm also gonna throw away these trash markers because normal markers are not edible, so there's no point in keeping, like, edible markers, and edible markers taste like Sharpies, and that's not okay at all. So there's nothing I can use them for. There's no point in having them. Okay. What do we want to do next? What do we want to do next? That was perfect. Perfect size. That was unplanned that it would be so perfect. Just like everything I do. I'm so happy I got this. Okay, I'm just gonna, like, know that, you know, I'm gonna like meditate mentally a little bit and just, what kind of animal is that? Who's joining us for the spell? But yeah, each mosquito bite definitely making me stronger, definitely making me more mentally stronger, because if I can block those mosquito bites out, then each one's making me mentally stronger. Like, you know, my third eye just like spun or something. I don't know, dude. Who even knows? Who knows anymore? Who knows? The way there's blood on my arm from a mosquito I just killed, but it's my own blood, so I can't really be like, oh no, dead body, you're bleeding. I have to be like, oh no, dead body, you're borrowing my blood, now you're dead. The crickets are like, chirp, chirp, chirp. Like, that's how I imagine them. They're just like chirping so much. They're like, chirp. I don't even know. Oh wait. What are we doing first? Are we doing the raw ones last? Or first? By raw, I just mean uncolored. To be colored and cooked, not really the same thing, but it's close enough. I'm back. We're already at 1 hour, 9 minutes, 34 seconds. Which is crazy. All right. Do you see that? 97 just swarmed in my ear. Okay. I think because for a second I was concerned about how long this video is, but then I just realized the real ones will stay. You know, the real ones will stay with us. And not everyone's meant to have the whole thing. And even the ones who are not meant to have the whole thing will still get some sort of DNA activation out of it, just not the full one that you guys are getting. So it's fine. It's fine. This is getting like podcast length right now, and that's fine. Because some will stay, the ones who are meant to go will go. It's fine. Even if there's long pauses, even though it's already at a long time, it's still fine. So we're gonna start with the purple one. I wanted to really wait to decide which one to do because I wanted it to be like the one that feels the most right. Like I wanted to like lead with my soul, not my ego, sort of. Okay. These are those like stress head gummies. They smell like multivitamins. There's no way I'm gonna eat one. I don't even enjoy multivitamins and those come with real benefits. These just relieve stress. So, oh, maybe I should just put a couple on each plate. I'm just gonna put a couple on each plate, alright? I don't know. I'm just gonna like do it and then show you. Ew, I already got my like sticky fingers in my hair. What's going on? I'll give you like my perspective in a second. Just give me a second. Okay, I actually need to wash my hands really fast. And the only thing I really have is this bubble stuff, so you know what's happening. Chick-fil-A pen from work. Actually, can you see it? I heart waffle fries. All right. Wait, this is literally just soap. And I didn't bring water either. Is there a plan? There's no plan. I'm just gonna wipe this on my jeans. It's fine. That actually went really well. It's fine. It's like I never got sugar on my hands to begin with. But yeah, these definitely have like the consistency of like a multivitamin, which is why I was like, obviously I'm not even gonna try one because that just sounds disgusting. Like multivitamins never taste good to me. They never even, this doesn't even smell good, it smells like a multivitamin. But yeah, the only reason I would eat a multivitamin is for the actual benefits, but like, which I don't even believe in. I mean, I do. Obviously vitamins have like benefits, but like I'm just saying, like I feel like they put such a low amount of like anything in like a gummy multivitamin to the point where you absolutely get nothing out of it. Like I still eat them occasionally when my mom like hands them to me or something. Like, you know, or like, you know, if my sisters are like eating one, I'll eat one too, even though they don't live with me. But I'm saying that's like the rare occasion of like when I'm like hanging out with them and everyone's just eating a multivitamin and there's a mosquito biting my phone, so you know there's some kind of DNA upgrade happening right now. But yeah, that's like the rare occasion that I would actually indulge in a multivitamin that doesn't even taste good at all. Otherwise I think of multivitamins and I'm like, who would ever do that to themselves? Ew. Okay, I gotta give you like my perspective. You got to see that, right? I was about to say we're at $1.15. What I really meant was we're at 1 hour 15 seconds or 15 minutes and 22 seconds. 1 hour 15 minutes 25 seconds. Why am I so cute today? Of course I am. I don't know. Also, I had like sushi earlier, so I'm like, I love sushi. Sushi for breakfast? I woke up at like 1 p.m. So of course the sushi places are already awake as well. You know, sushi is like sent down here from the gods. So of course I had to have that for breakfast. That's how life works, you know? That's how life works. That's where real energy comes from. Sushi and the gods, and that's it. The rest of us are just here. I don't know. Doing stuff like this. The way there's literally 97 mosquitoes. Again, like I said, I think every time I call that out, it must be activating your DNA because I keep feeling drawn to just talking about it. Just threw the pen. I also got band-aids, I don't know if I showed you, for the spell. And just for the spell. I don't actually need them for anything else. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna put cat food on each of these now? This is the savory salmon feast from Fancy Feast. Look at that. That's what we would be looking like if we would enjoy eating this. They already know their target audience. That's literally who they're marketing it to. That guy. I don't look like that, so obviously I'm not gonna eat it. But you know who is? No one, I don't think. Just, you know, I was thinking like, would spirits eat this? Perhaps, you know? when it comes to like right now where I'm at with channeling spirits for spell work specifically, I'm just trusting my higher self and letting my higher self guide me, and trusting that my higher self will connect me with any spirits who I need to be connected with. So I'm a little bit less hands-on in that right now. I'm just doing like a collective spell for us, because I haven't decided exactly what I want to do with that when it comes to like directly channeling the spirits. It still works. It's just like I'm just following my intuition and my higher self, and trusting my higher self will like connect the spirits that we actually need for the spell to be performed as well. Like anyone who needs to enhance it, it's just gonna like naturally be something my higher self takes care of as I perform the actions that I'm guided to. That's more on that of like, you know, if you want to know like how it works when it's more of like a laid back spell. You see it? Its body turned red before it flew away. Like it drank me. But I didn't even feel like killing that one. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I just didn't. It's fine. If you lead with your intuition, you can't really go wrong. This smells like straight fish. I mean, that guy would be loving it right now. I just don't have one. Alright. I'm just gonna like put it right on here. Like I'm just gonna pour it in when I open this fully. And then I'll show you after. So that's how that works. All right, I'll show you. We get in the angles. It actually smells so bad, but I'm not a cat, so I don't really have to worry about it. Like, imagine being a cat and that's your only diet. I literally felt that in my teeth. I felt that in my bones, dude. Imagine being a cat and not liking cat food and you're stuck in a life sentence. Imagine. Absolutely not. There's like condensation on the bottom from the ground. Yeah, it's just water, like water with dirt mixed in. I just didn't trust it because there's literally so much oil in there from the cat food. Tuna feast and gravy, grilled. I'm so curious what this is gonna be like, because what do you mean grilled? It reminds me of like at Chick-fil-A at work. There's like grilled nuggets. I'm just imagining that like squished into the can, but I know it's not gonna be like that. I just know it's not gonna be like that, but I like have my fingers crossed that it's gonna be that type of experience, because that would be so funny and so much less gross than like meat with oil. Okay, this is definitely more of like a shredded vibe so far. It's giving shredded, I think. Yeah. Low-key, if I were a cat, this is the one I would want. Because it actually, I'm not gonna lie, it smells not amazing, but like it smells like it could be like human edible. Like I'm not going to obviously, but like this is the only one so far that smells like it could be like human edible as far as like cat food that I've ever seen. And I look at it, and every time a cat like licks something that looks like that food wise, I'm like, honestly, if I were a cat and I had to choose a cat food, this is the one that I would be like okay with, you know? Like not that I would want to, but if you've ever thought about it and you were like, if I ever were to like be forced into like a reincarnation as a cat for like a life sentence as a cat, right? What amount of like what types of cat food would I be okay with, and what types of cat food would I like not find acceptable at all, you know? Like like where would my cat boundaries be if I ever had to reincarnate as a cat? Like I've thought this through so much for some reason, to where when I see this kind of cat food, I'm like, okay, like I understand that if I were a cat, this would be like well within my cat boundaries, but the other one, I'll show you again, that would be like outside of my like cat comfort zone. If I had to like choose, if I were ever a feline with whiskers, you know. if I were ever like an indoor house pet and I couldn't just feed on lizards. I'm gonna put it on this one because this is already the most attractive to me out of all the ones I've done. Ah, there's a mosquito full of my blood and it got away for free. It got away with it. I don't know what to do. 1 second. One second. Wait, where'd it go? Ew. One of those fell off. The gummies fell off, like rolled right off. There's literally a mosquito biting me right now. Oh my gosh. This is also like, I obviously don't want to get cat food on my clothes. You know, it's giving what just happened. Well, I got that one. But that doesn't even stop the fact that so many of them got away with, like, they got away with their crimes. The mosquitoes biting me. And, like, I don't even care if they didn't do anything wrong. They got away with their crimes. Like, 90% of them, you know? And it is wrong. It is gross. It is wrong that mosquitoes are getting away with it. Even when you kill one, there's, like, 57 that get away with it. Like, that is wrong. It's fine if that seems wrong, because it is. Another time I'm gonna clean my hands. The smell of cat food is overpowering, so if you're planning on doing this in your own life, just know, if you decide that this recipe is also your recipe for your spell work, or if you decide cat food is like necessary in any way, shape, or form, just know that the smell is overpowering, but it also changes your experience in a way. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it's fine. It's all a part of the experience. It's all a part of the DNA activation. Anything we're meant to think about during this is a part of the DNA activation as well. The crickets can't stop agreeing. All they do is agree with us. They don't have any other opinions, but they do know when something is correct. And their one primary function is to be like, bzzz, or whatever. Like, what sound would they even be making? Cricket, cricket, cricket? Like, I feel like they just say their own name all the time. Like, you know. I feel like they don't do much. Dude, subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. If you made it this far, to 1 hour, 25 seconds, or 25 minutes, subscribe. I want you here. You want yourself here, and I want you here. You were meant to be here. Like the video, subscribe. I'm not done with the video. We're still going. But you have to see this one more time. Right now. That is what some creatures have a life sentence of eating. That's what some creatures have a life sentence of eating. And only that. And if you've ever seen a cat, there's literally hair on my lip. But if you've ever seen a cat, they're always so desperate for it too. Like the food, they're always like, meow, 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 of course I want that. They don't even know what they're eating. It reminds me how like the ingredients in human food are like usually not that good, but we just don't know. You know? Or we think it's like normal, or we just know we can't escape it. That too. What else are we on to? Oh, we've got one more. This one I just wanted because again, it just looks like a Lunchable for cats. Like I want to see what the experience really is like. And it says it has whole shrimp in there. This one has like the most tame smell, the most quiet smell. In fact, since I've opened this, not only do I barely smell this at all, I don't smell this at all. It took away the scent of the other two. My nose is perfectly fine. The crickets agree with me. That would sound crazy to you. But you know, what I'm trying to say is, after opening this, I barely smell the other ones. They were so overpowering before. Suddenly they're not. suddenly they're like manageable and not that bad. And this barely smells like anything either, so. We're gonna do the one covered in ants, but without any marker coloring on it. You can't even see, can you? I can't believe you're watching me do this. I'm glad that you are, but I can't believe you are. Ew. There's no way some of it got on me. I'm just gonna wipe it on a tree because there's no way. I'm not going through that for free. There's no way cat food's on my finger. Ew. Whoa, 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 what? There's no way. It's like my biggest fear. I'm not really, like, that was a lot. This is a sentence you're like never going to hear anywhere else. Are you ready? I stood up to go wipe cat food on a tree, wiped a tiny bit of the juice on a punching bag, and then took one step forward, put my face directly in the center of a spider web. It's a crab spider web, so not like unsafe, not dangerous. The crab is still in the spider web, but not an experience I was expecting. Not an experience that you were expecting either. Because like, how often do you see somebody wipe cat food on a tree and then a tiny bit of the cat food juice on a punching bag and then take, 2 steps, their face goes directly in the center of a crab spider web, and then the crab stays in the spider web and they get away with it? Like, I got away with it. I put my face in the center of a spider web, walked away, and I was like perfectly fine. Like, the spider web is not on me anymore. The crab spider never even got on me. It's literally in the web. What even happened? What was that? What even was that experience? I don't know. What I do know is the mosquitoes are swarming again. Swarming. Mosquitoes all over me again. Wait, don't fall. Try not to. Manifest not falling right now. My phone's literally gonna fall. Why? Okay, I think it worked now. What are we gonna do next? I think... What are we gonna do next? I think we're just gonna put some pepperoni on it. Next. Wait, yeah, we are. We're gonna put like a layer of pepperoni over the cat food. We're also gonna put it on the ones that don't have any cat food. I'm gonna use all the pepperoni, actually. All of it. Because I wasn't gonna use it for anything else, and once I have it this close to cat food, I don't want to eat it. It's not even sanitary. There's mosquitoes getting my ankles. Sorry, I just remembered how many like types of mosquito-borne diseases there are, and I was like, I do not subscribe to that. I do not condone that. I don't allow it. I never said it was a good idea. I never wanted that to begin with. I do not subscribe to the mosquito life. Imagine I hate it so much that like I reincarnate as a mosquito next time. Kidding. Hopefully. Kidding. Look at all that meat. We're just gonna put it right all over the, ew, cat food got on my hand again. Again, to reiterate why I'm obviously not gonna eat this and why it's fine if it's wasted, because there's absolutely no way that this isn't even healthy to me, but obviously as well as that, you know, it's just having the same experience as I am with the cat food and like, you know. Ew, this looks so evil. Sorcery. This looks like sorcery. It is sorcery. This is what sorcery is. This is. People thinking that sorcery is like something super crazy, and meanwhile there's like a cookie with cat food on it, some gummies, and some fucking pepperoni on there, you know, and people are like, oh no, sorcery, save your soul, and it's like there's cat food, a cookie, pepperoni, like, and some gummies on there and some ants walking on it. So evil. Like, what? And it's with the intention of healing people? So evil. Oh no. Like, you know, wild. The universe is so wild, the world is so wild, dude. You wouldn't even, it's crazy. There's only one in there left. Ew, there's like dirt under my fingernails. Just know that would never happen if it were not a part of the spell. Like, I always have the cleanest hands ever. I'm not gross. Anytime I touch anything gross at all, I literally wash my hands immediately. But we've got claws today. We're fierce today, and when you're fierce and you've got claws, dirt gets under those claws. Whoa. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, there are certain species of spider that I'm afraid of. I did have like a terrifying experience just now. I thought that I saw a specific species of spider that I'm like terrified of, just right there with like no web. I was like, how are you a foot away from me with no web and you're just hanging in the air? I was like, maybe I don't see the web and maybe this is like the end of my life. Like, what is going on? But it was two mosquitoes touching each other, like mating in the air, but like in the shape of a spider. Like I swear, I genuinely thought that it was like the most terrifying species of like spider right now, just right there in front of me. And I was like, what am I gonna do? I mean, obviously walk away, but the thing is, when I have like a terrifying experience, I have this thing in my mind where I genuinely believe that if I have one terrifying experience, it's gonna happen again to me every 5 seconds for like the rest of my life. Like, genuinely. Like, if I see a spider that I'm like scared of, like a species of spider specifically that like I'm scared of, if I see one, I genuinely believe that like tomorrow it's gonna happen, and like 5 minutes later it's gonna happen, and then next week it's gonna happen, and like, you know, like I think like, oh, I go like adopt a horse or something, and then there's that mosquito, or not that mosquito, that spider. Like, not me hearing like a squirrel behind me and being like, is the universe saying it's true? Like, my brain in that category is like fried. Like, if I have one slightly negative experience, I believe that's like my life. Like, you know, not that it's true, but I'll be like, oh no, for the rest of my life, that's how it is. Like, but it's not. Like, it'll be like if you tripped over something one time, like you're walking, there's like a pencil on the ground, you don't see it, you slip, you fall. You believe that every second of your entire life, that's gonna happen again to you. Like, you believe it's like unavoidable and that's gonna happen to you again, like every second of your life. So then you're constantly like cowering, trying to prepare for it. Like, it doesn't make sense, but like in my brain, it's like I have one slightly negative experience, I think that's it. Like, I think that's my life for the rest of the duration of my life. Like, I think that's actually going to happen again. Like, for real. Even though it's not, even though it'll be like the most unrealistic stuff. the last of the pepperoni. See, that whole pack of pepperoni, and we barely even had enough for each plate. Like, it looks so good though. I put the perfect amount of pepperoni on each one. The last one's the only one that doesn't look that good though. I don't know why. Like, it actually doesn't. Something's off with the last one. Like, all the other ones, they look perfectly, like everything was done exactly how it needed to be. The last one, I can't even like see it as like good at all or positive at all. Like the last plate over here, you gotta see it. All right, this one I see as perfectly fine and normal. This one I see is also perfectly fine and normal. That one, amazing. Literally, this one's the best one. That's the second best one. And then that's the worst one. Like, absolutely terrible. And I don't know why. I hope you could see them all. Oh, there was a mosquito in my ear, sorry. That's the one I don't like at all. The other ones are amazing. That one, not okay at all. Not okay at all. This one, can't even make it look decent. The other one's amazing. Sometimes I love my artwork, sometimes I hate it. Hand in front of the camera. Perfect way to get rid of the last few. What even? Oh, sorry. Mosquitoes again, like breeding in front of me. Which, first of all, TMI, but also second, when they do that, they kind of look like a spider just like floating in the air, and I'm like, how is that fine? There's a mosquito biting my phone. DNA upgrades for us. Like, what type of blood do you think you're getting from a robot? The robot bloodline? The robot uprising? You're feeding off of that? You're feeding off of that? You're like vampiring off of that timeline? Biting my phone again. Biting the front of my phone like they're about to... Biting the button to turn the phone off. So delicious. So delicious. If I were a mosquito, I'd do it too. Like, so delicious. That's where the best access to the robot bloodline comes from, is the button to turn the phone on and off, you know, because the power button, what? When robots can empower themselves, that's the timeline you're feeding off of, Mr. Mosquito? That's the potential timeline you're feeding off of? Amazing. I probably would too if I were a mosquito. Who fucking knows, right? Who knows what that mosquito's experienced in its lifetime and why it would love to do that? Who fucking knows? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, now one of these is going to have a feather, and it's going to be my favorite one. Well, one of my favorite ones. Do I like this? Do I like that? Okay, it's fine. It looks like the best option. You'll see it. Sorry, mosquitoes were biting my phone, but I had to interrupt them because something more important was happening. Do you see that? Do you ever just... I randomly, as I was showing you, the shark plate with the cookie, with the cat food on top, with the gummies and the pepperoni and a bird feather sticking out of it, randomly my brain was just like, imagine I like date someone in the future and they see this. Or like imagine all the people I'm gonna be friends with in the future see this, which honestly that would be amazing. Like, we should be compatible, clearly. You wouldn't stick a feather in cat food? You're probably not for me. Like, I'll pass, you're probably not for me, you know? Like, or you would care if I did it? Probably not for me, you know? Like, you gotta let me be free, you know? Let my wings fly, you know? I'm doing this for the collective. I'm like strong, you know? Like, I'm helping these people. I am though, but you know, like, you gotta be able to see the side of it where I'm doing something powerful and positive, and Also where this is like the funniest thing ever, and if you don't see this as like hilarious, entertaining, and amazing, then you're missing the point. And that's fine, like a lot of people are gonna miss the point, but like if you're gonna be around somebody a lot, they gotta at least be open to the page that you're on. Like, they don't necessarily have to be on the same page on everything, but they do have to be like understanding that you're a different person than them and you're gonna do different things. And if you're gonna do something that's like weird to them, they can either learn about it, not mind you being different than them, or get out of the picture entirely. And that's how it works, you know? Honestly, I think the ideal person, if I were gonna like date someone or have someone else in my videos, the ideal person would literally be in on it. They would be like, of course I'm gonna put cat food on a plate. Like, if anything, they would just take it up to the next level and they'd be like, of course I'm gonna put cat food on a plate. Like, I'll help you do that, you know? Because if they won't, somebody else will, or no one will. And that's literally better than forcing something with someone who wouldn't be on the same page. Exactly. Suddenly, I'm like an expert at killing these mosquitoes that are all over me. I don't even mind. I've like accepted random red splotches as a part of my like skin tone now. With the Florida mosquitoes getting me every time, I've accepted them as a part of my life. We're at 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 6 seconds. You guys are the real ones if you're here still. And we're not even remotely done, so sit tight, enjoy, grab another juice box if you finish the last one, or eat some food while you're watching me, you know? Do what you gotta do. Don't forget to like the video, comment if you made it this far, because you guys are like the dolphin gang if you made it this far. I don't know why dolphins, they just seem to like something that nobody else would know about. So like, if you comment that, only you guys would know because you made it this far, you know? It's like the secret code of like, I made it to 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 46 seconds into the video. No one else is gonna know what that means, just you guys. I'm gonna pour some of this bubble solution on each one, just a little bit, and then I'll show you. Well, there's not much to show you. I'll just bring you closer. You get to see. We're doing a weird angle. Why does this smell like school? I swear, elementary school smelled like this. I don't know, distant memory, I have no idea why. Like, genuinely, this reminds me of like the smell of like my elementary school classrooms. Like, they all smelled like this, ever so slightly. All of them. Do you ever just smell something and have like a flashback? This is the one with soap on it already. It's falling off the plate. It's falling off the plate. There's ants on this, they're about to literally die. I'm pouring onto the feathery one now. Okay, I'm gonna show you because I'll tell you. So you can't actually see a difference, really. You're barely gonna be able to see a difference at all, but I'm showing you because, well, actually this one's a little different, but it's going to update your DNA. It's gonna like be a DNA activation when you see it. So that's why I'm gonna show you, because they actually are energetically different than they were before, but they don't physically look that different. So you're going to, it's basically, you don't have to do anything, just watch this part. It's just gonna activate your DNA a little bit more. even if you can't tell, like I said, it's still activating your DNA. If you can't like tell either what's different about the energy or what's physically different about it. My knee kind of hurts though. I think we're actually done with these ones. I'm gonna put them all in a bag. And then we'll continue. Just carefully though, because I don't want to actually make a mess more. I don't want it on like the outside of the bag or anything. Goodbye. This is the best one. Make sure you say goodbye to this one. Say goodbye. Look at the lighting changing. The tree is turning red as the lighting changes a little bit. Goodbye, goodbye. Don't forget to say goodbye. Last chance, say goodbye. Like the video, say goodbye. All right. Now this one, look at all those ants that are about to die. Can you see them? Say goodbye, ants. It's like getting darker out right now. Tying this up good so the smell of cat food isn't literally everywhere too. I'm gonna move you closer. You don't have to be so far away.